Now he's going to be playing against Cure, so that's actually pretty interesting for our next games. But for this one, well, we are about to begin, so let's get this started on up. Let's get this underway. As in the top left-hand side, our Red Broaders player. He's one of the new names to be talking about. He is hot topic at the moment. It is MaxPax. Taking on Rogue in the bottom right-hand side. Well, GSL champ. Let's see if he shows up today. As we get this ready to begin. You say a 50% chance of 1-1. Yeah. I can get behind that prediction. I don't think that's too crazy a statement. I think there's a pretty good chance of a I think there's a pretty good chance of this going either way. Like, I just feel like they're both going to do some weird things to each other, and it's going to be like, haha, you know. That's how I see this going down, at least. So we'll see what happens as we get set up. Ling's on the way out, so Rogue playing with this early pool. Obviously, he will be aggressive early on as MaxPax comes in straight up to the high ground to scout what is going on. He's going to realize it's an early pool. He sees the circling, so MaxPax knows about what's up at least right away, and that hatchery does get to go down in position as well, so able to put that in location. As Azal comes in, Cybercore's building, and all of that good stuff so far. Killing showing up and then going to start nibbling at the front, but full wall off means that MaxPax is obviously well prepared against this. Kind of a funky map to open up with this early pool on, right? I mean, it's not what you would usually expect to see, I suppose. So, yeah, a little bit different in that regard. But all good otherwise. We've seen a Queen hanging around with a few Lings back at home. Lots more Lings building, so Rogue is going to go for a follow-up all in. Kind of bad if these Adepts see it, but then there's no Lings. Is he just actually just preparing for these Adepts and Zealots? That's a lot of Lings to be making against these when there's no Ling speed follow-up. Man, I would have sworn, like, if he had Ling speed, then I would actually genuinely be thinking he's going to run across the map here. This is just to defend against this, but like I say, it's an expensive defense, and these Adepts are just going to... I mean, he doesn't even clean it up, my goodness! MaxPax is just slaying Rogue's units at the moment, huh? Yikes. That's really rough so far. Well, these Adepts just continue to shade around and threaten. He does put some damage on the third hatch. Honestly, I feel like he could have shaded after some drones there. He is going to get himself a queen. And now Lings are in some trouble too. I mean, this is beyond a good start for MaxPax, right? He still hasn't lost a freaking unit, man. Oh my god, he's finally going to lose a Zealot here and an Adept, but man, the damage done. He's genuinely going to be... Can he get this queen? He can. Oh my goodness. I actually just can't believe that. That's ridiculous. Like, that's actually just insane. I don't really have anything else to add, guys. It's just completely unheard of. Like, when do you ever see two Zealots and two Adepts doing this much damage? Rogue looks lost. He's like, what the hell just happened? Rogue, I don't know, buddy. You tell me what just happened, because I haven't got a freaking clue, man. You're the one playing the game, dude. Man, that was really something. Alright, well, Avoid Rate out, now going into an Oracle, so MaxPax showing us what his follow-up shall be. As a rogue, I mean, at some point started just drone behind that. Here come two more depths, looking to do a little bit more damage, as we're just going to be seeing them coming in. Going to get one drone, going to look for another. A couple of lings starting to go down. So a bit of damage being done. The lings continue to chase out to the left-hand side. One adept falls, the other adept taking some hits. So Oracle's going to fly in, or at least thought about flying in there for a moment. But actually go for it in the end. We're going to keep up the action, going to take down a queen, so again the pressure continues to build on up at the moment here. I'm going to get a little cleanup at the front. And Overlord taking down the main. With Glaives on the way up behind this, we do start to see what MaxPax's follow-up plan will be. Going into this, and let's see how that's going to go. Just really is going to be very aggressive from MaxPax through and through. Just constant waves and then double Stargate behind it. It's going to be up to triple Stargate in total. And coming out of depths, Rogue's preparation, well, roaches are already being built. So you got to say that Rogue is probably better prepared for this one this time than he has been previously. The Depth's getting quite a few of the Zerglings to start off with. Now shading over to this other side and going to get a few more of the Lings as well. Continuing to do okay with this. 8 drones now killed. 9 workers killed. 9 workers going down. Oracle is just hanging out here as well. So again, 9 workers down. But the Adepts all die, right? So you do lose your army, and that's always going to be a weak part now. That's why you're building these Void Rays, to make sure you can survive any form of a counterattack that might show up here at the end of the day. I was going to be seeing the Void still coming in. The +1 weapons is also being built. So we really are hard committing to these Void Rays. Infestation Pit and a Hydralisk Den from Rogue. He goes for a little bit of everything on this one, I suppose. A little bit of everything. We'll see him making its way to the upper left-hand side. Hive is coming through. The Void Ray is still building, and Charge is on the way up. So there's going to be some ground support here. Rogue is not delaying at all, by the way. Straight to a Lurker Den, so he's setting up his ground army. No problemo. We're going to start activating. A few of these drones are going to start going down. I mean, Queens are here, but not really that many of them. First Transfusion will keep up a little bit of damage. Keep them alive for that bit longer. Big Roach counterattack. If all the Voids are across the map, what's back at home defending? Well, absolutely nothing. There's the recall. Rogue will kill off the first pylon. There's the recall of the Voids. And now we're going to see, well, a few more Voids came out from the third base. So there are going to be units around here to defend this. We'll just move into the main, starting to go after a few of those probes. Void's continuing in, those roaches still taking some damage, and again, a couple of probes going down. Void Ray still active. He's going to take down one more roach, and this Overlord spreading some creep to the top side. Which we just clicked on for more, blocking a 4th base attempt from MaxPax, and it does feel like MaxPax is maybe just not quite doing a, not quite getting enough done here so far. Harrier's on the way. Can MaxPax like just about hold on or something? Is that a possibility perhaps? I think on the Void's down the bottom side again, so once again looking to be aggressive to start things off. Oh, my goodness, the Abduct's just immediately coming in. That's going to be 3, maybe the 4th Void Ray gets away. And had double Abducts. That Void Ray just wasn't meant to die. He got abducted twice without falling. I was going to see the carrier showing up and they're going to put some damage out. Pushing that away. Void's coming back through. Roach is being cleaned out at the moment. Hydra's coming in from the other side. I mean, this is the push from Rogue, who is maxed out, that is looking to kill. And obviously, we're just at that lower end of the carrier count, right? Where right now, the carrier count just isn't really good enough to justify a commitment in to this fight. And so you're probably going to end up with a bad trade if you try and go for it. Hydra's showing up. Some interceptors going down. Those Void Rays are going to activate prismatic alignment. A lot of these interceptors are just absolutely melting, and that is going to be this army of MaxPax in a lot of trouble. Battery goes down. These couple of cannons are going down as well. Pylon, Voids, everything just continuing to drop. Disruptor shot flies in. Roach and the Hydra gets picked off as well. I'm just going to be seeing again everything coming back through. Voids are still going to be taken down by those Hydras as these couple of Zealots get picked away at also. Again, those Void Rays continuing to drop off here. And there's again a few final interceptors going down. And it does seem as though this is going to be the tail end of our fight. Splits the Hydras up. Disruptor taking damage. Robo facility goes down. We're just going to be seeing this Nexus still taking some hits. MaxPax really just cannot stay alive in this. What a weird game from the start. Rogue taking so much damage to that Zealot Adept combo. And then obviously MaxPax playing Glaives into triple Stargate. And Rogue was able to handle this pretty well. So he is going to pick up game number 1 here. Rogue going to take that victory. Going to pick up. Is it a mystery how MaxPax looks? Yep, we've never seen him. We have never seen the man. Jelly Jeff is called, and we get this one ready to begin. As Rogue is bottom left and MaxPax is upper right, so let's see what comes out of this as we get this ready to rumble. Pretty exciting, actually. I think it's going to be a pretty cool little match here when we get between these two. And as we get underway, there's going to be seeing Gateway coming through, drones on the way. Hatchery first this time from Rogue. It's not going to open early with that 12 pool or anything this time around. That's going to be nice and macro focused from the very start this time. And a couple of drones going to be finishing up that hatchery building from Rogue as well. Probing in the main scene, what's up again? Hatch gas pool, all of this continuing in. And yeah, we got ourselves going. What's up in the chat, guys? How are we all feeling? What are we thinking for Rogue MaxPax game number 2 here? Has MaxPax never played in an offline event? Nope, he really kind of rose up in the online scene. He was, well, he was very... he was kind of on the way up before that, but then obviously he was, yeah, I mean, you guys, you know how it goes. We haven't had an offline event in forever, right? So, yeah. And yeah, before then, I guess he may have even been too young to attend offline events, but he also just wasn't as good then as well, so... Bit of a combo of things, right? Combo of reasons. I mean, I don't know, can he play... You can't play ESL Pro Tour without being 16, right? So... There were some events that he could have played, like Reno played DreamHack Valencia when he was 14, but again, different rules, different tournaments. I'm not sure if there was anything that would have really allowed him to play in. Let's building up here. Stargate is coming through from MaxPax. Void Rail on the way up as well. Link speed just building from Rogues. Again, that up and ready to go. The Warp Gate coming through. And lots of setup at the moment. Lots of getting ready. This time I go for ground focus. But kind of intrigued because it feels like a similar kind of map, right? So it feels like he wants to play something a bit longer in general. So maybe, yeah, I mean that's what I would expect when we go into this. Let's see that Void activating, Zergling taking a bit of damage. There's going to be a Fleet Beacon. Well, this build has taken a lot of popularity lately, this Fleet Beacon opener. We've seen some people go Tempest with it. We've seen Carriers be the overall more popular choice. I just have to say the Tempest, because the last few times I've commentated it, I've been like, oh my god, it's doing the Carrier opening, I love this. And then Tempest start building, and I'm like, oh, Tempest are up and running here, guys. Awkward kind of thing, you know? So, yeah. Roach coming in, Lara is building, a couple Queens still coming through, and the Extract is coming up as well. Again, that Fleet Beacon is also going to be on the way out right now. So Fleet Beacon coming in as a couple of Tempests continue on through. So there's going to be these Tempests. So what you can do with these Tempests, you can actually put a good amount of harassment in. Especially on this map around the edges, you can get like a drone pick off here. You can just get in range of a couple different mineral lines that will really allow you to deal some damage. That's going to be seeing the +1 air weapons on the way in. That Roach Speed and a couple of Queens coming through too. And Flux Veins getting that Void Ray speed up and running also. So continue to invest into that. Yeah, kind of a really, a real kind of interesting setup. I do kind of like this build, just for the fact it's something different on what we've been seeing as of late, you know? Always feels kind of cool to get that comparison in. Seven's showing up, and that's going to be the first bits of damage. Spore moves into position to try and deny it if at all possible. Spore well positioned in the main base to stop reaching this mineral line, so very well set up over there. It's very, very nicely handled. We're just gonna push this Tempest away, so Tempest gets pushed back out to the side. Put the Tempest out down the bottom here. It's gonna see the Void showing up, and they're actually gonna start getting some Overlord kills, but only until the Queens show up, right? It's not like the Queens are very far away, just not immediately in the center. The Tempest still just pinging and ponging, finding, again, just little bits of damage whenever possible. Now the Queen's gonna show up on his left-hand side, gonna push that Tempest away up the left. So it gets chased on out of there. So Tempest gets pushed out of here. Corruptor's on the way up. Queen's and a +1 missile upgrade. And the +1 flyer attack as well. As that clean damage continue to come on through, and you can just see this Tempest continue to be pushed out of here for the moment. Tempest actually going very low, and other Queens are coming in. This Corrupt is out now as well, so you're going to have to be really careful with how you set up here. 8 drones going down as that Void Ray is hiding in that corner. The Corruptors finally show up, and that Tempest will drop down dead. So the Tempest does fall. Here come the Void showing up once more, trying to get in on top of this and trying to deal some damage. Queen's taking some decent shots to begin with, honestly. Now I'm going to push those Voids away. The Corruptor's coming in to chase. And those Corruptors and Void's going to be joining together a little bit. Of course, if you can fight that, as MaxPax would be kind of happy, providing he has the right amount of numbers here. So just continue to make their way over, continue to make themselves, get themselves into position. I'm not going to stop fighting, man. They're just going to take down Voids one by one, but and they take a lot of damage in the process as well, to be fair. So they take a whole chunk of damage there. That's the Voids coming over. 4th base setting up. Here comes the Roach Ravager Queen push with those Corruptors as well. Just doesn't feel like MaxPax has enough on the ground to really make this work out at all, you know? I mean, here come the Void Rays, and you just got to do so much. It feels like the Voids just have to hard carry this army, which obviously they kind of do. But it's just kind of crazy how much needs to be done there as the Voids continue to show up. A few probes going down, a few drones as well, all dropping. The space just goes down. I don't think MaxPax can really do anything about it anymore. Ah, man, a little bit of a unfortunate situation. Feels as though MaxPax has had some potential in these games. Like I like some of the moves he's making. Just Rogue is just so solid against this kind of style. It seems he's not being caught off guard. He's not making mistakes. Rogue just played a very solid series, right? He was very well prepared for everything that MaxPax did. I mean, he didn't play very well when the 2 Zealots and the 2 Adepts showed up in game number 1. But other than that, I'd say this is pretty well done by our Zerg player, who is maybe just struggling a little bit at the very end here to deal with this. Rogue's just a little too good, yeah. Rogue's always been very good against the styles which are typically strong in a meta as well. You know, so this kind of, you know, Sky Toss kind of stuff, and even these weirder builds, because Rogue is kind of the crazy player who does weird things himself, so he's also very good at kind of coming up to answers to weird strategies, and he really was just solid here. Like, yeah, he was losing some work and stuff, but he kept his cool, and he just kept it going. Tempest in production once again for MaxPax, who hasn't actually died yet, but there's a massive army of Rogue across the map waiting to basically run on in here and to put an end to this. And here comes the main army. You can see the Void Rays recalled out via the picture-in-picture, and well, I mean, if you hold this as MaxPax, you're a god, because I have no idea how you're meant to hold this off. There's so many Hydras here. Tempest showing up. I mean, okay, maybe you can hold it off, but it's going to cost you so much in the process, right? As Hydras go running forward, maybe is there enough Void Ray power there? Is there maybe possibly enough? Not really, right? Surely not. Can't believe it. I mean, last few Hydras of Sonic go down, but 16 probes already falling. Of course, this is all MaxPax's third base as well. So, really losing that third base. Fourth is only just finishing now, so you will have a base to send workers to, but obviously that's more easily struck later in the game by Rogue as well, so definitely good to lose your third. I'm just showing up and jumping in on top of a couple of those Void Rays, so Void's taking some damage. Tempest's firing, and the Hydra's going to take quite a lot of hits already. Alright, there goes the fourth base, so that's already going down. I love what the Ravagers are doing as well, just battling their way forward, making sure these units have to keep on kiting. They can't just stand around or anything. They have to keep moving all the time, pretty much. MaxPax is just trying to hold on any way he can, but the reality is this game is over. I think the Tempests are being hit right now. They flew over the top of the Hydras. Not sure what that was about, but yeah, they just flew straight over the top there. I saw on the mini-map, obviously we're watching the clean feeds, so I couldn't jump over myself, but you know, that will do it. GG's, and Rogue is going to end up with the 2-0 lead for Dragon Phoenix.